Hi, you guys. I'm coming to you from under extremely smoky skies in Big Sky country. And I just want to first of all thank those who are stepping up to pray for Montana with all the fires that we have right now. I saw a fire map recently of the state, and the Missoula area where we live is completely surrounded by fires. There are many fires in the state. Cannot thank you enough. We've had a lot of things happening in our state, earthquakes. You might have seen the recent article I put out early July, July 7th, I think, and what I feel like the Lord is saying through them. There is a breaker anointing on the state of Montana. It's confirmed by Chuck and Dutch when they came through the 50-state tour in Montana in 2004. With a breaker anointing, sometimes we're going to get things and pass it on to others. It says Isaiah 2:2, the mountain of the Lord's house. Not any more important or special state than any other state, but we all have roles to play. And sometimes I think we might miss that and not understand that it's for all of us. So just if you're not from Montana, believe me, I think that there's stuff going on here that affects us all. And I just want to point out that God can communicate in different ways. He can surprise us. Typically we think He's either going to speak through a word, we're going to hear someone else or His voice speak to us. Sometimes we get dreams or visions or some sort of encounter, but He can speak through the weather events that happen. He can speak through the earthquakes, the fires, any number of things. It doesn't mean that He causes them, and He does not intend its destruction. I do not believe. I believe it can be Romans 8:28. Where whatever He is intending to purpose through it can be accomplished. So we want to continue to pray for no destruction, for rain, and for minimal damage. Already, of course, there's been some, but we want to see the least amount. So intercessors, stay with it. But I do want to say something about what I feel like the Lord is speaking to me through the earthquakes and the fires. He is giving me Hebrews chapter 12. I want to remind you that if you saw our Four Corner video tour, we felt we had an assignment from the Lord to rename our city of Helena. We renamed it the City of Zion after we had heard Him speak that. And it is the Helena Valley where these earthquakes are centered. We had another one 10 days after. It was not nearly as significant, at least that's what we felt. I want to remind you that in Hebrews 12, if you haven't been there in a while, in verse 22 it says, "But you have come to Mount Zion and the city of the living God." It begins to talk about the church of the firstborn, and that He is one who speaks from heaven now to His covenant church. And He says, now this, yes, once more, in verse 27, this indicates the removal of those things that are made and the things which cannot be shaken. Therefore, we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, that we may serve our living God acceptably with reverence and with fear, godly fear. Believe me, after that earthquake, I felt some godly fear. For our God is a consuming fire. So maybe He's speaking prophetically through these things. At least I sense that He is, that Montana is beginning to break loose and other things are breaking loose. Here comes a noisy truck. I'm signing off. Bye. Love you guys.